Alright guys, thanks for watching my YouTube channel here in this little how-to video. I've been getting a lot of questions about my setup for spearing pike and about spearing from a portable hub shanty. So I'm going to show you guys how to set that up today. It's the end of December, almost January here in northern Michigan. We're fortunate we've got some pretty decent ice so far. Of course that's a variable, it depends on the lake, it depends on where you're at. I went to a local lake near me that's got some decent ice, so we're going to go ahead and get this set up and show you guys how to do it. First of all, I want to talk about a little bit about spearing and why it's important. Why it's important is because pike are pretty much at the top of the food chain in a lot of these lakes, and if you don't do something to check the pike population, you can really do harm to your panfish population, your bass population, really any population of fish that the pike are feeding on. So if you are looking into getting into spearing, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. If you're an avid hunter like I am, you'll find that pike spearing is a lot like bow hunting, and yeah, it's a very enjoyable sport. So first things first, I'm out here. Spud your way out this time of year, safety first. Found some solid ice, got out. I'm not far from shore, but I am far enough. What you want to do, what you want to look for when you're getting ready to run your pike spearing setup here is this time of year, you want to look for drop-offs. Okay, the pike are running in the deep, hiding in the deep, and then when they're getting ready to feed, they're going to come right up those drop-offs. They're going to come into 5 to 10 foot of water to feed on panfish, wherever your panfish are. So I'm in about 10 foot of water here. That's where I'm going to set up today. Out in front of me, I drilled another hole. I've been checking my depth here. I've got another hole behind me. 5 foot, about 5 to 10 feet in the opposite direction. You see we're probably about 8 foot in the lakeward direction here, and it's about 20 foot out there, so really good drop off. I'm at the 10 foot, I'm in between it. Looks like the bottom's got a lot of weeds, a lot of cover, perfect for northern pike. So anyhow, I'm going to use this hole that I drilled to check my depth here. This is going to be my starting point. I'm going to cut a hole that's about 2 foot by 4 foot. I didn't bring anything to measure this today, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my feet. So we're going to go from the edge of the hole here, 1, 2, we're going to go about 3 foot here. And I'll punch another hole right next to this one in a straight line. Back the camera up and turn it around for you guys to see it. Should be able to see me a little better there, hopefully. Let's try that. Okay, now I'm going to go 2 foot out in the lakeward direction from where I drilled these 2 holes. I'm going to go about 2 foot. I'm going to cut this one in. Okay, so we've got 4 holes cut. That'll create our rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and go through my jet sled here and get out my ice saw. Always, always, always bring something to mark your hole when you're done spearing. Always. Okay, I'll get my ice saw set up here, and we're going to start cutting. Alright guys, we are through. Now, got my spud bar. I'm just going to go ahead and push this block of ice under and get it out of our way. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and clean out what little bit of slush I have left in the hole. As you guys can see there's a little bit, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll show you how to set up the pop-up tent, and I'll show you guys my setup for a floor and how I run my decoys. Alright guys, so you are not going to get all of the slush out, but as you see I got a majority of it. It's important because you don't want that slush getting into your decoy line and tangling your line up and stopping your decoy from having a nice natural swimming motion and a nice natural drift. So I will go ahead and set you back down. We'll get out the pop-up tent, we'll get that set up, and I'll show you guys what I use to anchor my pop-up tent down. A lot of guys use it this time of year. As you see, the snow has melted off the ice right now. We had a big warm spell, so got to anchor the shanty down somehow. I'll show you guys how I do that in a minute. Alright guys, so I have the tent popped up here. You want your door at your back. This is very important. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it and set it over top of the stove. At this point, if we had snow, I would now be adjusting our blind here I would start shoveling some snow along these flaps to keep all the light out and keep everything down. But we don't have any snow, so we'll go ahead and get to anchoring before the wind picks up here. Alright guys, I've just got these ice shanty stakes. I'm just going to put one on each corner of this blind. I have a bit for my drill. My drill battery is not charged right now. I'm just going to go ahead and run these in the hand. Guys, our hub is all set up. Now, I always bring some foam floorboards along. Makes it a little easier to not slip, potentially fall into the hole. It just gives you something to hold on to. So I'm going to go ahead and get those set up. I'll get the decoy line set up, and I'll show you guys how that's rigged. Alright guys, so these are just a couple of really cheap rattle reels I picked up from my local hardware store a number of years ago when I started spearing. As you can see, I didn't reel them up well enough last time I used them, so we'll go ahead and get this line straightened out and I'm going to get it hung up in my shanty. I like to run these 24 inches apart, and the reason being, a legal pike is 24 inches in size on this lake, so how far apart my decoys are and how big the pike looks when it comes in helps me judge size accurately. So we'll go ahead and get this running. Alright guys, the fun part about booking a trip with Majestic Michigan Outfitters, I know some of you are going to see this video and go, wow, that's a lot of work for a couple fish. It can be, but if you want to do this and you don't want to do all the work, book a trip with me. I have the shanty all set up as you see before my clients get here. I'll have the heat going. It'll be nice and warm in there by the time they get here, and we're going to have a good day. Alright guys, so here's the setup. I've got eggshells down in the bottom of the hole. Them pike have a real dark back on them. Sometimes they swim in real low to the bottom, and when you've got a dark colored bottom like we do here, it's hard to see them. So I'm going to add some more eggshells before I get going, but as you see, 2 decoys, 2 of my hottest colors right now. They are a little over 24 inches apart here, but you know, we'll sit here and jig them and try to bring something in. So we'll try to get some good footage of that for you guys today. He swum on by, huh? Let's keep an eye out. He might come back. Give you plenty of line here. That get your heart going yet? Is that exciting or what?
Yeah.
I just didn't want to get you set up for a bad throw there. If he would have come back and given us a little better of a look, or if he would have turned around, I would have had you throw. He'll come back. If not, we'll have another one come in, I'm sure. So he came into the lower decoy. Did you guys notice that? Mm-hmm. So they might like that depth we're at right there with that guy.
Seen the minnow scatter too, like you said.
Yeah. if you want, you can set that spear, set the tines right between your feet here, and just lean it over your shoulder. Whatever's comfortable for you. You just let me know. We'll get you figured out. But I think the spear in your hand is probably the way to go right now. That was a good sign. We got them moving. I am going to make a slight adjustment up with our, just a little bit with our rattle reel here. I just don't want to take more line from us. Probably should have had you throw, but I didn't want you to miss. There's nothing worse than feeling the disappointment of missing. That one was easily 24. Maybe 25, 24, 25.
It looks like it's over there, just sitting.
You see it?
I think so.
Okay.
Looks like it's just sitting right there.
Oh, I see something on the bottom over there. I think I see what you're talking about. I don't know that that's that pike, but there's something down there. Oh well, that's not our only opportunity this morning, guys. I just want to get you lined up for the best shot. Oh, come on, rattle reel, don't do that to me now. Go down just one rotation there. Let's do that. That should be good. Came in from behind us, so he was up in the shallow weed beds. He wasn't.
He circled around and went back up to it.
Yeah. He wasn't all too hungry though. Usually, if he's quite hungry, he would have.
Huh? What is?
Did you see how the panfish got skittish, or the minnows here got a little scared and they started bolting away before he came in?
Yeah, I see
There's
that.
some right here.
Yeah, that's keep a close eye on what they do. They'll tell us. They'll let us know exactly what's going on. Alright guys, there it is. A properly marked spearing hole. I shoved my chunk of ice back in it so that'll all freeze up and it'll be safe to walk on once we get some colder weather. But nobody's going to walk on it seeing all that mess right there. They'll know that somebody had a hole there. So that's how you properly mark a spearing hole.